Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So it's been quite some time since we last had a chat about this preparation and stuff. So the purpose of today's video is to bring it out in the open, the challenges I'm facing, the targets I've set for myself, and also the solutions which I think would be much more feasible in order to tackle these challenges. So a little bit about me is I am working full time. So I'm a working professional who's simultaneously studying for this one hell of an examination. So it's kind of tough right now because uh, I work in a big four company and the work hours are not very much defined. I am in a project which has a rotational shift. Right now, I'm a newbie in a project, so that's why my shift is from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. So after 11, I'm mostly dead. Dead in the sense that I am very much exhausted. I don't have the concentration levels to study. So instead of just resting, what I am doing right now is that I keep on procrastinating. This procrastination is in the forms of scrolling reels or uh, just watching some strategy video or maybe just avoiding sleep because the human mind kind of tricks you into believing that okay, you have worked for 9 hours straight, so it is a time to reward you. But that reward doesn't mean that you have to scroll reels or you have to watch a movie or a TV show. That's just tiring up your mind. So it's literally tiring me up. So if we see now, 2 to 11, I am totally occupied. So I have time from 7 a.m. till 1 p.m. or maybe 1:30. So I have 6.5 hours at hand. But I'm also like I go to sleep at 1 a.m. So I take like in sleep I don't compromise. I take 8 hours, so I wake up at 9. So it's if you wake up at 9, you only have 4 to 4.5 hours, and this is not enough time for me to study. I study out of these 4.5 hours, I study only for 3 hours, and this won't fetch me anywhere. This won't be sustainable if I actually want to clear this examination in which people are studying full time. They are giving 12 plus hours on a daily basis. Like, this is what people say, but uh, of all the serious aspirants I know, they actually put 8 plus hours on a daily basis. And I'm not even 50% close to what they are putting. So I have to buck up. So this is the first challenge, you know, like prepare full time with without a job is, I don't know, like every has thing has their cons and pros, but this is the challenge which I am facing right now. So time management is, I would say, time management is the first challenge. Then I'm not able to complete my targets. So I had set a few targets on a daily basis, like these are the subjects I would study, but I would cross one or two and then I just don't have the time because 3 hours. And I'm not complaining about it. It's this is the path which I chose for myself, like to have a security net as well as to work on my dreams. So this is what I have to do. I have to bridge this gap. But it's kind of taking a toll on me right now because uh, you know this exam is ruthless and it doesn't care if you do it. Like, there are no brownie points for working extra hard in one job and then switching to it. No, it's just it all depends on the rank ultimately. So yes, I am procrastinating, so I'm not able to meet my targets really well. My daily targets and that list which I have made, it's kind of it gives me anxiety right now. So also in the challenges. one of the major challenges I am facing is anxiety. I know most people don't talk about it, but it's like very much prevalent in the every other friend of mine I meet nowadays. Everybody is dealing with anxiety, but they just won't admit it. And you know what? It's treatable. Like it's not a major taboo of in health. It's like you have to calm your nerves. You have to actually pay attention to what you can do in order to calm yourself down, right? So anxiety is also there. I think it's mostly linked to my job because I have to sit 9 hours straight in front of a screen and doing a thing which I think I don't like anymore because I somehow think that I have outgrown, but you know, like I'm not yet ready to take that leap of faith because honestly, this 2026 will be my third attempt at UPSC. So I've been working simultaneously and preparing. My first attempt was in 24, second was in 25. 25, I was sure that I would make up to the prelims. Like I studied, I covered every aspect of it, but I think I lacked revisions because the standard books, you see, you need to have at least, from my side, at least I need to have 5 iterations that I didn't. That's why I couldn't make it. So that also took a toll, but I think I have processed it somehow and I am okay with it because if it weren't the case, I wouldn't have put in the effort which I am putting right now for the 26th attempt. So, yes, the challenges, meeting the targets, and what I have thought about the solutions. So, every aspirant makes a timetable, but it's too tough to stick on it because we all make some unrealistic plans. Some days I would be that I would study for 15 hours. That's humanly impossible. And for the kind of person I am, like everybody in my generation, I think the Gen Zs have lost their attention span, all because of the greatest discoveries of human technological inventions. So yeah, but we have to like go back to the traditional methods. So I've made a plan. This is my 6 months plan. I know I couldn't meet the plan which I had set for myself for 15th of November because in GS3 I'm still lagging behind in economy, environment and SNT. So environment and SNT I have figured out the sources for the subject, but the thing is uh, that economy is a more um, relative subject, so it has to be prepared by the economic survey which comes next year. So maybe I could do the static first, but since I'm already trailing behind of my deadline and I don't want to let GS2 suffer of it because of not being able to complete GS3. So what I've thought of is that I'll start GS2 from today and I will do with all of my might to cover my backlogs for GS3 simultaneously. So I have 6 hours at hand. If I wake up at 7 a.m. and I can study till 1:30. There can be a 30 minutes break in between, like 30 minutes break. Like if you take 10-minute break, then there will be three slots. Okay, so 2 hour slot each. So right now I am using Flow app to have a 1 hour session, but like you just have a lot of vigor during the start of the session, but it eventually fades after 2 or 3 sessions. That's why I would take 2 hours sessions each, 2 hours and then a 10 minutes break, and 2 hours, and then the cycle repeats. So, GS2. GS2, I think I'm mostly going to focus upon social justice, governance, and IR right now because polity is somewhat linked with the polity for prelims. So, I would have a very integrated approach towards polity. So, like everybody knows that the standard book or the holy book of Lakshmikant is not even closer to what is the demand of the mains examination in terms of quality. So I'll just augment whatever I have studied in Lakshmikant to use it as a base for my mains prep for quality. So this is an overview of the plan which I want to achieve, and I would work towards achieving it. So starting from today, my main goal is to complete this GS2 and complete GS3 simultaneously. Okay, coming to my optional. So my optional is philosophy. So I'm an engineer by background. Philosophy, like, it kind of appealed to me. That's why it's philosophy. So we'll talk about it some other day. It's just that my optional targets are also trailing behind because I am still left with Vedant, Yoga, and Aurobindo. So, Yoga, I have had a first iteration. I have read it before. I need to just revise it. My main problem is Vedanta because it's a big topic, and most of the questions come from here as well, and it's very conceptual and understand. Like it needs a greater clarity in order to understand this topic. So, uh, I'm not starting with Western philosophy right now. I'll start from November 17th. I'll take a 1 day gap. I'll complete Vedanta and Aurobindo. Also, there are two topics of Buddhism in which I think I need more clarity. First is the Nairatmyavad, and then the schools of Buddhism. These two topics I have to study. Anyways, so the reason of me actually putting this out in open is that I want to build accountability. The main purpose of why I started this channel was to me being more accountable to myself and not just cater towards the rat race of getting more views and comments or just increasing the reach. No, I have to be more accountable to myself, and all of the content which I have posted until now is just what defines me, is just what I am as a person. The motivational shots which I have put, or the thoughts, or the thoughts which actually resonated with me are what is present in all of the reels which I have posted. So the main purpose of doing all of it is to build accountability. First is to build accountability. Second is to track track all of it which I have done. So I am using this Notion tracker to track all of my progress in the UPSC examination. So I have this task trackers whereby I just input all of my daily targets, and I have set my revision deadlines as well. So I have put in the weekly targets, and I need to finish them off as soon as possible because from 22nd I am starting the prelims test series now. I also have an entertainment schedule. So it's just to like bring some motivation into what I am doing. That's why. You can see this is the entertainment schedule, and I have specifically uh, fixed a task to watch Stranger Things season 5. So that's non-negotiable. That's like I will definitely watch that series, but only after completing my daily targets. So that would be my reward in order to see if Steve Harrington survives it or not. So, anyways, main purpose is now to track. Third is to like I have tried all the things. I have tried uh streaming, answer writing practice. I've tried active recall, but the thing is I'm not able to generate uh the app points. Like whatever I am writing is pretty generic. Like the answers which I am writing right now is closer to what I would have written if I was in my class 10th social science examination. Pretty generic, right? And that won't take me anywhere. So I have to write apt points. So yes, also uh, the current affairs part, I have to figure this one out because I've tried reading the newspapers and like if I'm not able to retain that much amount of stuff, it's of literally no use. So I'll start like I have been reading some monthly magazines as such, but I'm not getting that amount of time to revise. So I have to effectively utilize the 6 hours I have. So I'll figure it out and I'll just post it. So this is kind of my digital diary. It's just a repository to see like in the future, maybe see in the future, and just it would bring a smile on my face that okay, I did all what I had and I just gave my best. So it's 15th November today, and these are my targets. First, I have to, okay, it would be more better over here. Yes, 15th November, these are my targets. So, first, I have to read India and its neighborhood in terms of the IR perspective. So, GS2 international relations. Second task for today is to uh, finish watching lecture 1 of economy of GS3, st- starting small right now so that I could actually see if I'm able to meet my targets or not. So this is the productivity graph which I've plotted, and you could see the timings are not that great. I haven't reached the 6 hours right now, and there have been some zeros in the middle because I was not able to study those days. But this shouldn't be any reason, and I don't want to be a complainer. Don't want to be a person who actually resents that I didn't have the time or I didn't study. So it's 15th November 25, and I'll study IR. Within that, India, its relations, India's relations with its neighbors. Uh, I'm going to watch GS3 economy lecture. Also, with respect to what I'm doing for my anxiety. So, the foremost thing which I am doing is to I'm getting anxious just because I'm not able to meet my deadlines. I'm getting anxious because I'm not able to study for the exam, which I think is closer to what I aspire to be as a person. That's why I'm getting all this anxious and just thinking about what would happen if I don't study well, what would happen if I am just stuck in this job forever. So for this, uh, I'm just trying to complete my deadlines, complete my task list, then taking care of my body, taking care of my health. So, uh, like, I have started taking the vitamin B12 tablets because I had a deficiency of vitamin B12. And if you're vegetarian, then you must definitely go for uh, the blood test in order to find out what all deficiencies you have. So, I have this vitamin B12 deficiency. Also, I am also looking for omega 3 supplements which are vegan. So I have to find this out. And I'm uh, like hydration is very important. So I am trying to get at least 2 liters, 2 to 3 liters of water. And everybody is advised to exercise, but uh, like I am a couch potato and I'm lethargic, but I have to do something about the exercise part as well. So I'll let you know. So this is for future myself, and so this is for my future self, and I hope you make it. Okay, bye. See ya.